Hello students, we are going to start a new chapter and that is conservation of biodiversity. We are going to talk and discuss about biodiversity today. So, conservation of biodiversity. Before we start studying the conservation of biodiversity, first of all it is very important for us to know what is the meaning of biodiversity, what is an biodiversity and how can we define biodiversity. So, we will study first of all biodiversity. When we talk about the earth, the surface of the earth, we all know millions of species exist on the surface of the earth. There are n number of different types of plants, there are different type of animals as well as microorganisms. We can't even count the species, even the numbers, that there is a difference in the species also. We have, suppose you take the example of the dog species, like if we talk about only dog, how many types of dogs are there. So, if we talk about the species and the varieties, there are different type of animals as well as plants which are present on the surface of the earth. And these animals and plants which are present on the earth, they show so much variations among them. Like you talk about plants or animals, they are right from the unicellular and even the multicellular. They are very minute and very huge organisms. Just take the example of amoeba, paramecium, euglena, bacteria. These all are so minute. These all are unicellular organism. But when we talk about the multicellular animals, take the examples of the elephant, blue whale, huge animals are also there. That means earth is full of life as well as earth is full of variations, variety. There are different kinds and types and varieties of life on the surface of the earth. So, what is the meaning of biodiversity? Bio means life and diversity means differences. This difference among the life or this difference among the living organism, to use the correct word, this differences in the living organism is known as biodiversity. So, if we want to define biodiversity, the different kinds of or the different numbers, the variables, the qualities, the quantities, all these comes under biodiversity. This differences, if we talk about any species, if we talk about any plant, any animal, we will find so many differences in them. Now, all these comes under biodiversity. And not only this variation, this numbers, but along with this, the interdependence, the interrelationship, the dependence of plants on animals, the dependence of animals on the plants, microorganism depending on the animals, animals depending upon the microorganism. That means all this interaction, all this interdependence. Not only this, along with that, the dependence of living organism on the environment, because we all depend upon abiotic factors also. We depend upon air, water, soil and even temperature. All these things can be combined and it can be included in one term, that is biodiversity. So, what is the meaning of biodiversity? Biodiversity includes the differences, the different numbers and the variables in the animals and the plants, microorganisms. Even it includes the interaction and interdependence among interaction among themselves and interdependence on the abiotic factors. Whatever plant life is present on the surface of the earth, all the plants are known as flora and all the animals are known as fauna. So, biodiversity includes all flora and fauna along with the the interdependence, the interaction and their dependence on the relationship with the environment. So, how can we define biodiversity? Now, first of all, I will be writing the definition of biodiversity. The number variables and all different varieties of life, their interaction, interdependence, and relation with environment. Relationship with environment so is biodiversity. The number, that means the different kind of numbers, the different numbers, so many varieties are present, that is all included in biodiversity. Then variables, different varieties of life, their interaction, that means their relationship among themselves and their dependence on the environment, all these things comes under this word biodiversity. If you want to talk in a simple language or if you want to understand in a very simple language that what is biodiversity, then we can say that all kinds of life and their interaction is biodiversity. All plants which are present on the surface of the earth are known as flora. All plants which exist on the surface of the earth are known as flora, and all animals which are present on the surface of the earth are known as fauna. And so along with this, even the microorganism, because even the microorganisms are the part of the nature, even they have life. So flora, fauna and microorganisms. So these three, along with this, their interdependence, their relationship with each other and their dependence on the environment is known as biodiversity. Now earth is full of different, earth shows, earth has, like if we talk about especially these India is full of different kinds of habitat. What is the meaning of habitat? First of all, what is the meaning of habitat? How can we define habitat? It can, someone pronounces habitat as habitat and some says habitat. So how can we define habitat? What is the meaning of habitat? The surrounding of the or the place where the particular organism lives is the habitat for that particular organism. If we talk about fish, then what is the habitat for fish? Obviously water. For lion, what is the habitat? Obviously the forest is the habitat for the lion. So what is the meaning of the habitat? Habitat means the place where that particular individual lives. The surrounding is the habitat. So when we talk about fish, it becomes water. When we talk about polar bear, so what is the habitat of polar bear? Definitely snow is the habitat of the polar bear. So when we talk about habitat, India is rich, or India shows, or India has variety of habitat. We have deserts, we have polar regions, that means polar regions in the sense we have got snow over here. If we talk about the surface of the earth, definitely we can say that on the polar regions we have snow. We can say that a lot of desert part is also there, water is there, and different kinds of forests are also present on the surface of the earth. You know, the place where the biodiversity is in plenty. When the biodiversity is, or a place which is rich in biodiversity is known as mega diversity center. A place which is rich in diversity is known as mega diversity center. So I'll just write over here mega diversity center. There are 12 mega diversity centers on the surface of the earth. There are 12 mega diversity centers on the surface of the earth, and India is one of those among those mega diversity centers. That means India has got rich of very different places, or India is rich, or India has got various kinds of organisms. India is rich in plants and animals. If we talk about the resources, so plants and animals, we have got plenty of animals and plants, and that of different kinds and varieties. So mega diversity center means a place which is rich in diversity. Diversity means biodiversity I am talking about. So we have got 12 such centers, and India is among one of them. India shows so many different habitats. Just I was talking about that only, that we have got so many different habitats, just like we have got the temperate forest, then we have got grasslands, then even we have got alpine vegetation, even the coastal wetlands. That means so many different habitats are here, and that is the reason so much of diversity is present in the life. When I am talking about diversity, when I say diversity, every time I am talking about biodiversity. Biodiversity, bio means life, just now I said, and diversity means differences. So when I say biodiversity or diversity, here only I mean with biodiversity. That means the difference or the differences in the lives, so many variations in the life, and that is the reason why India is so rich with biodiversity, because we have different kinds of habitat over here, and that is the reason we have so much of variations and number of varieties and different kinds, sizes, shapes of living organism here in when we talk about the especially India. So just now we have discussed about the biodiversity. Biodiversity includes all different kinds or forms of life which is present on the surface of the earth. Now what is the importance of biodiversity? Do you think this biodiversity is important? A survey says that every day 3 species get extinct from the world. Every day 3 species get extinct from the world. This study or survey may be wrong or right, but we know that these species get extinct. We know that many species has got extinct. Talk about dodo, bird, and in 17th century I think so, people used to kill this bird for their food, and now the situation is that we cannot say even now, we can say that just after a few years of when this continuous hunting was going on, after some time only dodo got extinct. And in this chapter we will also be discussing about the extinct, endangered species, vulnerable species, threatened species, rare species, exotic species, and all different kinds of species, and also about the species, that what exactly the meaning of species is. For now, just I was saying that why biodiversity is important. Even when a small organism, small creature get extinct, it directly or indirectly influences the food chain and food web. Just take the example of very small tiny plant which is present in the sea, it get extinct. I am just giving an example. So that small plant got extinct. Definitely who will be sufferer now? That small plant, we can call that as a plankton, phytoplankton, because I am saying a plant. So when this small phytoplankton got extinct, obviously who eats phytoplankton? Zooplanktons. See, planktons means very small creatures. When I say phytoplankton, that means I am talking about these small plants. When I say zooplanktons, then I am saying I am talking about these small animals, unicellular animals. So phytoplanktons are eaten by whom? So phytoplanktons are eaten by the zooplanktons, isn't it? We talk about very small unicellular organisms, so their food will get reduced. Now, who eat the very small zooplanktons? Obviously the higher level, the bigger creatures, bigger in the sense bigger than unicellular organism, all those eat the zooplanktons, get affected. Now this bigger creatures, bigger than unicellular, is eaten by small fishes. So small fish will be affected. Now bigger fishes will be affected. In this way the whole chain gets affected. So biodiversity is very important, because each and every individual, each and every species has their own importance, is very important to be there on the surface of the earth. And if we do not care for all these organisms, definitely that day is not far that we will be seeing our own existence in danger. So now this was all about what is biodiversity, how we can define biodiversity, and also about megadiversity, that a place which is rich with rich in biodiversity is known as mega biodiversity center. Now we will talk about, we have also discussed the importance of biodiversity. See, actually we get many things from the nature, or we can say most of the things which we use, we get from the nature. We get our food, we get water, we get air, we get everything from the nature. We depend directly or indirectly, or I will not use the word indirectly, I will say we are directly dependent on the plants and animals for our existence. We get so many things from plants and animals apart from the food. We get many things. We talk about medicines, we talk about wood, we talk about the small things which we use in our daily life. Maybe talk about the silk or the wool and the the tobacco, medicines, different kind of herbs, all this we get from the plants and animals. And so it is very important to take good care of all these animals. So this is also the use of biodiversity. If biodiversity will not be there, if different kind of animals and plants won't be there, how we will be benefiting ourselves? We get lot many things from plants and animals also. So until unless this variety will be there, how we will be taking benefit from that. So that these 2 points are the useful part of the biodiversity. First, for the the food chain and food web get disturbed even by the extinction of even a small creature. That means the balance get disturbed, the balance of the nature get disturbed. And second thing, we depend for our needs on this biodiversity, and even that get disturbed. So all the life which is present on the surface of the earth, talk about flora, fauna or microorganisms, this all depend on each other. Along with flora, fauna and microorganism, this all is known as biodiversity. And so in simple language, if you want to understand flora, plants, fauna, animals, microorganism and their interaction, their interdependence and their relation with the environment, all this includes in the biodiversity. Now, we know now what is the meaning of biodiversity. We also know what is the importance of biodiversity. We also know what is mega biodiversity center, and we also know that now India is one of the richest place and has got lot of variety in life forms or living organism. But now, do you think we have got same biodiversity which used to have once upon a time? That means there is reduction, or the numbers are decreasing day by day. The animals and the plants are getting extinct day by day. So why this loss is there in biodiversity? So now we will talk about what are the causes of loss in biodiversity, what are the impacts of the loss in biodiversity, and how can we solve, what are the measures to develop, as the name of the lesson says, conservation of biodiversity. So we will talk more about that.